Just as everyone starts to feel some relief, COVID cases are starting to rise again across the country. As the New York City Comptroller said last week after testing positive himself, we might be done with the virus, but the virus isn't done with us. Dr. Robert Tiballi, an infectious disease specialist with the Catholic Medical Association, joins us now for an update on the pandemic. Hi, Dr. Tiballi.
Hi, great to be with you today.
It's nice to see you again. Now, we just did a story this week about the lockdowns in Shanghai. Then we're hearing about a surge in cases in Europe, and researchers are tracking an uptick in cases here in the U.S. thanks to the Omicron subvariant. Are we still not out of the woods with this pandemic?
Well, what's happening, the major problem at the beginning of the whole pandemic was no one had any natural or artificial vaccine-related immunity to this virus. And now what we have after the major Omicron surge through the United States and through most of the world, a very large majority of people either have natural immunity or vaccine granted immunity. What's happening in China is their vaccine that they use there, the Sinovac vaccine, which was an inactivated virus particle, is not really very good vaccine and didn't offer very good protection early, and it certainly didn't offer protection ongoing for a year or more. And so due to their zero COVID policy, a lot of people weren't exposed to natural COVID infection, and now they're getting their first exposure to natural COVID infection. These variants, the Omicron BA.1 that we saw ravage the United States recently, and the BA.2, which is now causing about 84% of cases here in the United States, and there's an uptick of cases in the New York metropolitan area in northeastern United States. They are extremely infectious. Each one tens and tens of times more infectious than the previous one. So there's almost going to be no avoiding getting exposed to these variants as time goes on. But what happens is if you've had a natural infection or been fully vaccinated and or boosted, then you have an immunological memory. And for most people, the cases are very mild.
You mentioned boosters. An FDA advisory panel met this week to discuss the future of boosters. Just last week, the agency authorized a second booster for people over 50. So if you're healthy, do you need the boosters? And how often will we be getting them moving forward?
Well, if you're healthy, people like me don't think you need the booster. The booster actually boosts neutralizing antibodies, such as they are for the Omicron. You know, it's only about 20 to 30% of people get good neutralizing antibodies, which prevents you from getting infected. The major benefit of the vaccine is seen in the first two shots, where your body's immunological system actually gets trained how to treat or how to combat COVID if it becomes exposed to it. So just having two doses protects you against severe illness and death. If you, however, are severely immunocompromised, organ transplant, cancer patient, history of lymphoma, on profound immunosuppressive agents for autoimmune disorders, you should get boosted, because you're the type of person that doesn't respond to the vaccine very well, and you need to have more vaccine protection.
So will healthy people need to get this shot every year, like the flu shot?
That's probably where we're going to head, because this is transitioning into more of like an influenza or common cold type of issue. The virus is going to continue to circulate, and people who've never had it and don't have any immunity, either vaccine or natural, could still get very tragically ill from it, especially if they have risk factors. So it would be in their best interest to get vaccinated.
All right, Dr. Robert Tiballi of the Catholic Medical Association. It's always nice talking to you.
Great to be with you. God bless you all.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.